Good morning, everybody. You're watching the morning news on CNN News 18, and I am Aisha Varma. We have some good breaking news coming in right now. Wrestler Vinesh Phogat won the gold medal for India in the women's 53 kg freestyle event in the ongoing Commonwealth Games. The 27-year-old has created history by becoming the first Indian woman to stand on top of the podium thrice when it comes to CWG events. Now, tributes are pouring in for Vinesh, and the Prime Minister has also tweeted saying, today's gold medal was won by Vinesh Phogat and it's very special. She is one of India's most distinguished athletes and this is her consecutive gold in the CWG. She personifies excellence and remarkable commitment to sports. Congratulations to her. All right, and we have some more breaking news coming in now. The medal galore doesn't just stop with Phogat. Wrestler Ravi Dahiya won India another gold, finishing on the top step of the podium in the 53 kg event. Now, this was Dahiya's first medal at a CWG event and comes a year after he won a historic silver at the Tokyo Olympics. Now, it's not just that. It gets even better with Naveen Kumar defeating his Pakistani rival in the final of the men's 74 kg wrestling event to win another gold for India. On his achievement, the Prime Minister lauded the wrestler and tweeted, "More glory thanks to our wrestlers. Congratulations to Naveen Kumar for winning a gold medal. His remarkable confidence and excellent technique has been on full display. Best wishes for his upcoming endeavors." Now, these are all big wins when it comes to India at the Commonwealth Games, and we're looking at multiple other events which are slotted for today. But for right now, we're going to shift focus. Now, it's another big win for the NDA. Jagdeep Dhankar has been elected as the Vice President of India. Dhankar bagged 528 out of 710 votes, while opposition candidate Margaret Alva got only 182 votes, indicating cross-voting by opposition members. Now, the Prime Minister went to Parliamentary Affairs Minister Pralhad Joshi's residence and congratulated the new Vice President on his victory. BJP Chief JP Nadda also met the newly elected Vice President and congratulated him, while Home Minister Amit Shah in a tweet mentioned that Dhankar will prove to be an ideal guardian of the Constitution. Now, of course, this is due to his illustrious career when it comes to law. Meanwhile, massive celebrations were held at Dhankar's hometown Jhunjhunu, and Dhankar is slated to take oath as the Vice President on the 11th of August.
He has a very good, vast knowledge about the Constitution and law, and also quite witty. I'm quite confident that he will handle the situation in the Rajya Sabha very well. And I'm also so happy that it is a very, very decisive victory. And he is also an eminent lawyer, a very eminent lawyer, and a farmer also. This is a rare combination.
And he will be a wonderful chairman for the Rajya Sabha. Will be an outstanding vice president. The nation is blessed to have a president, a tribal lady president, Mahamahim Draupadi Murmuji. The nation is blessed to have a son of a farmer, an eminent jurist as the Vice President of India. And I think both Pralhadji as the Parliamentary Affairs Minister and I as the Leader of the House are very fortunate that we'll get a chance to work with Honorable Shri Jagdeep Dhankar ji, the Vice President of India.
उस किठाना गांव से ये निकले हुए और वहां से इन्होंने अपनी यात्रा शुरू की और सैनिक स्कूल के माध्यम से फिर झुंझुनू जिले से एमपी, फिर केंद्र में मंत्री, फिर अजमेर जिले के कृष्णनगर से एमएलए, फिर ये बहुत हाई कोर्ट और सुप्रीम कोर्ट के अच्छे वकील और उसके बाद गवर्नर वेस्ट बंगाल के, और हर जगह उन्होंने अपना एक व्यक्तित्व के नाते ख्याति प्राप्त की। भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति के नाते भी ये अपने व्यक्तित्व के माध्यम से संविधान के अनुरूप अपने पद की गरिमा को तो ये बनाए रखेंगे ही, लेकिन ख्याति भी प्राप्त करेंगे, ऐसा मुझे लगता है।
And my colleague Maria Shakil spoke to a panel of guests on Jagdeep Dhankar's mega win in the vice presidential polls. Listen in.
The question is, first, the presidential elections where Draupadi Murmu won with over 60% votes. There was cross-voting that happened with 17 MPs, 136 MLAs voting for her, cross-voting in favor of the NDA nominee. And now Mr. Dhankar, who has won with 72% votes. isn't this number a matter of concern for the opposition? Because certainly the index of opposition unity is at an all-time low.
Maria, I don't know why every time there is an indirect election in the country, whether it is for the post of president or whether it is for the post of vice president, I don't know why do you open up this debate of opposition unity? Because it is not a direct election here, it is the election of the elected representatives voting in an election for the post of vice president. Earlier it was for the post of president. I had mentioned on your show earlier also when the presidential elections were on, that there have been instances in the past, whether it was Shiv Sena, JDU, several other political parties who voted for the candidates other than their alliances. Now in this particular election, it is only the members of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha who vote, and already BJP had 400 plus members. I am telling excluding NDA, BJP had 400 plus members when Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha put together for BJP alone. So it was a safe game for BJP, and then you have the NDA alliance partner. When then you have those parties who are neither with UP nor with NDA. These parties are also come these kind of elections, they are all pressurized with all kinds of tactics to vote for the candidate of the ruling party, which they have been doing.
Mamata Banerjee is clearly with the opposition.
No, let me finish. Maria, let me finish. Let me finish, Maria. Maria, let me complete. So, it was a foregone conclusion that the ruling party candidate, that the NDS candidate would win. Nevertheless, it is a platform to be utilized by different political parties to put up their ideological viewpoint, to put up their political positioning on different issues. And especially Mrs. Margaret Alva, who has been an experienced politician, who has been a statesman, a governor, etc., former union minister. She, I think, articulated the opposition's, and especially Congress party's views and the opposition views vis-a-vis the constitution of our country, vis-a-vis the democracy, vis-a-vis what is happening now, vis-a-vis what we should do in the days to come and all. I think she has articulated in a very short campaign, the very short time she got for her campaign. She has fought a very good election, and this result was known prior because the numbers were very, very clear.
Okay. Then in that case, GVL Narasimha Rao, with 528 votes, which is over 72%, you don't have much reason to celebrate because this was a foregone conclusion as per Nasir Hussain.
The Congress party can rationalize its massive defeat, while it was evident from the beginning that we had the numbers, but the margin of victory for Shri Jagdeep Dhankar is far higher than the BJP's own strength in both the houses of parliament. We don't have more than 400 in parliament. Let me correct my friend Nasir. We have 303 members in Lok Sabha, 91 in Rajya Sabha, which adds up to 394. But what we have got is 528. So that's a huge addition to our number. And the Congress in the opposition has not been able to add as many numbers. So we have added 128 plus 8, that's 136 additional votes than what BJP has got. And the Congress has not managed to add more than 100. So that tells you how Congress party is not a favorite both in direct elections, which they have been losing one after the other, and they are also not a favorite in indirect elections. So there is really nothing much for the Congress to cheer except to rationalize their own defeat.
Maria, let me correct GVL. See, they have, say, around 395 to 400. It is BJP's votes which are already there in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Apart from that, they have NDA votes. They have NDA votes in Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. See, what they gain to start is through their pressure tactics is BJD, YSRCP, TDP and the breakaway Shiv Sena. They have not added anything else. See, opposition has not lost many of the votes. Opposition, except for TMC, who is not the part of UPA, TMC has abstained from voting. TMC has not come for the voting. Otherwise, I think most of the opposition parties, and especially
so
the
you
UPA,
were expecting 182 votes.
Bloc is intact, and they all have voted together.
So, Nasir Hussain, you were expecting 182 votes. Is that what you're saying?
No, I see. I think, I don't know how many invalid votes are there out of the 15 votes.
Yes.
How many invalid votes are there? I think it was roughly around 200 votes that we were supposed to get. and there's no cross voting at all. Maybe one or two here or there, but there's no cross voting from any of the parties. See, they have already broken the Shiv Sena, so that was out of question. Half of Shiv Sena votes were not supposed to come to us. TMC has already announced that they'll not come for the voting. So it was around 192 to 200. I don't know how many have got invalid. I think this is what was expected on both the sides. See, every political party in this country has a right to assert itself, has a right to put forth its policies and programs, has a right to be active, to actively participate in the democratic process of our country.
Okay.
That TMC is doing, Aam Aadmi is doing, somewhere RJD is doing, all these parties are doing. See, there are two blocks, and there is also a third block. There is not a third block. There are parties outside these two blocks, and they have been there since ages. BJD was not a part of NDA, YSRCP, TDP. They all supported NDA from outside. Some supported UPA from outside, but they were never part of any bloc.
Okay.
Left parties were part of UPA at one point of time. Now they are not part of UPA. Even before 2014, they left UPA.
Now, shifting focus, another horrific incident linked to the Nupur Sharma Prophet Rao has been reported, and this time it's in Maharashtra. A 23-year-old man was attacked with sharp weapons by a mob in Ahmednagar district on the 4th of August, and 4 main accused have been arrested. As per the FIR, the man, identified as Pratik, was waiting for a friend when some men belonging to the Muslim community approached him on two-wheelers. They were carrying a sword, a sickle, and hockey sticks. One of them shouted at Pratik, saying that he had written a post on social media in support of Nupur Sharma and also put up a status on Instagram after the Kanhaiya Lal incident. Then they attacked him. The police are still probing this angle and have not ruled out that he might have been attacked for backing Nupur Sharma.
डॉक्टर बाबासाहेब आंबेडकरांच्या संविधानावर चालणारे हा देश आहे. हिंदूंना मारून टाकण्याच्या पर्यंत अगर मजाल जात असेल तर आमचाही हात कोणी बांधलेला नाही. सगळ्या गोष्टीवर माननीय उपमुख्यमंत्री साहेबांचं बारीक लक्ष आहे.
Now, beyond this, another KCR versus Centre face-off is brewing over the NITI Aayog meeting, which is slated to take place today. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao has written a letter to Prime Minister Modi saying that he will be skipping the NITI Aayog meeting as a mark of strong protest against the present trend of the centre allegedly discriminating against states. Meanwhile, the NITI Aayog has termed KCR's decision to not participate in the Governing Council meeting as unfortunate. In their response to KCR's remarks, the NITI Aayog added that despite requests for a meeting, the Chief Minister has not responded.
Practically, it's a literal truthful dictatorism. It is imposing of schemes which are undesirable to the states. The imposition of GST tax on various issues like handloom weaving, milk, crematoriums have to be withdrawn. The poor beedi workers are suffering because the beedi industry is almost under closure. Mission Kakatiya and Mission Bhagirath. NITI Aayog has crystal clearly recommended for sanctioning 24,000 crores of grant for both these schemes. But the government never bothered to honor the recommendation. For these valid reasons, painfully, I am clearly declaring to the nation that I am boycotting tomorrow's NITI Aayog meeting.
बहुत दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण है कि वो अपनी राजनीतिक सोच इससे उजागर करते हैं कि विकास के कामों में देश को प्रगति की ओर लेके जाने के कामों में भी उनको कोई रुचि नहीं रही. लेकिन वो भूल रहे हैं कि देश को अगर आगे बढ़ाना है, देश को समृद्ध बनाना है, तो हर राज्य को भी समृद्ध बनाने का जो सपना प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी का है, उसी को लेके भारत की सरकार काम कर रही है. नीति आयोग अलग अलग योजनाएं बना रही है. हाल में ही जल शक्ति मंत्रालय ने तेलंगाना को भारी संपत्ति अलॉट की, लेकिन उसको भी उन्होंने ड्रॉ नहीं किया.
And in a shocker from Noida, a video of a self-proclaimed BJP leader, Shrikant Tyagi, abusing a woman and shoving her around has gone viral. While Shrikant claims to be a national executive member of the Bharatiya Janata Party's Kisan Morcha, the BJP has denied any links with him and has assured his arrest within a period of 48 hours. The argument took place between Shrikant and the woman over some palm trees that he had planted in the common area of the society. In the video, when the woman objected to it, he can be heard calling her names and then threatening her. An FIR has also been lodged against Shrikant Tyagi.
उस व्यक्ति ने महिलाओं की इज्जत के साथ और दुर्व्यवहार किया है और पुलिस ने धाराओं में 354, 323, 504, 547, 5 धाराओं में उनके खिलाफ केस बुक किया है और पुलिस अधिकारी कोर्ट गए हैं उसके खिलाफ गिरफ्तारी वारंट लेने के लिए। और ये मैंने हमारे देश के राष्ट्रीय नेतृत्व ने और प्रदेश के हमारे मुख्यमंत्री जी ने, देश के गृह मंत्री जी ने, सभी ने इसका संज्ञान लिया है और हमें ये पार्टी के सभी लोग और मैं सांसद जनप्रतिनिधि होने के नाते अपने क्षेत्र की जनता को ये विश्वास दिलाता हूँ कि इसकी गिरफ्तारी 100% होगी।
All right, now with that, we're heading into a very short break, but stay with us.